Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the distinct pleasure of sitting down with a history maker here to the City of LaGrange. I am sitting down with the first African-American fire chief, none other than Willie Bradfield. Willie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I say history making, Willie, because in the history of the City of LaGrange, there has not been an African-American fire chief, and you are now a fire chief.
Yes.
I just want to say congratulations to you, Willie. I know that you've been with us for a very long time, and I'm very happy to see this happen.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Willie, before, like I say, our paths will cross throughout our years here at the city. Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, I'm originally from Hurd County.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. Been in Hurd County all my life. Right. Grew up in Hurd County. I transitioned down here, just working in and out. That's Hurd County is in my home.
It's your home.
Yes. So that's where I'm from.
Okay.
I grew up in that area, and then I actually started the fire department up in that area.
Oh, okay.
So I'm married to my wife, lovely wife, Lynne Bradfield.
Okay.
We have 5 kids. We got 2 boys, 3 girls.
Okay, I was going to say, you better get it right, Will.
2 boys, 3 girls.
3 girls, all right.
Yes, so, love family time, love spending time with my family, love going to church. I'm deacon at my church, State Line Baptist Church. That's why I go to. So I'm a deacon of the chairman board down there.
Okay.
A little smaller church down in the Glen community.
Okay.
So, I love going there. So I love going to church. Just love doing family time, love spending time with my family. Just love doing different stuff.
Very good. Started out with the Hurd County Fire Department, volunteering.
Yes.
And you were there for 2 years. And I think you kind of back and forth with the LaGrange Fire Department, right?
Yes. I actually volunteered about 4 years there.
Okay.
So after 4 years, they were like, "Hey, look, you want a job?" So just kind of. Then I was driving a truck, so semi truck. So I was just like, "Okay, yeah." So I got on with Hurd County.
Okay.
Was employed with them for 2 years. But I actually came through the LaGrange rookie school through Hurd County. Okay. So I got to know a lot of guys from LaGrange at the time, and then most time when you come down through the rookie school, they were like, "Hey man, you need to come put in with us." Right. But I was dedicated to Hurd County because that's where I started at. That's where I volunteered from. So like I say, and after 2 years, then I applied with the LaGrange Fire Department.
Okay, very good. So firefighting has been in your blood ever since a young man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, as a little kid, you start, you're watching on TV, and it's like, "Hey man, I want to do that. I want to do that." So I started volunteering, and that's why a lot of people, they may jump into it and then they get in and realize, "Hey, I don't want to do it." But if you volunteer, you kind of learn the aspect of different things that the fire department do. So, that's what I did. I still drove my truck. I would get off in the evening time, go hang out at the fire station with the guys, run calls with them, and just get that learning experience through volunteering. And then I just fell in love with it.
Very good. And then you transitioned over here, and you've been with the police, with the fire department. I keep saying police. I was with the police myself. And before we came on, I think in July, you would have been with the fire department 24 years, correct?
Yes, it'll be 24 years.
And before you were promoted to the chief, you were deputy fire chief for a period of 10 years. Talk a little bit about your role there, if you don't mind.
So, at the fire department, we had 3 deputy chiefs. So we was called kind of like battalion chief. Most people call them battalion chief. We had the title of deputy chief. Okay. When Chief Detmar took over, we just still make that title as deputy chief. Okay. So the role of a deputy chief here at LaGrange Fire Department is you are the shift commander. You run the shift. Okay. You're over 18, 19, 20 people that's online that day. So my shift was 1st Battalion. So I was over everybody on 1st Battalion. So, you just run the day-to-day operation for that day of the battalion. We also answer to the fire chief. Okay. So, we was part of what we call the command staff. Right. We would meet with the chief and the command staff, and we would just kind of illustrate and kind of line out things that the department needed to do, or if he had some things that he wanted us to do, then he would give us, just let us know, "Hey, we need to do this, this, and this." And then we'd go back to our troops, and then we would just, kind of outline the things. So we just did different things that he wanted us to do. Okay. And like I said, we was in charge of, we didn't really have to go out on medical calls, but if it was a bad accident, I would go out. Our main role was also, was on structural fires. We was in charge of that structure fire. We was in charge of the guys going in, anything that happens on that fire scene, we was in charge of.
Okay. And you just mentioned, too, another point, EMT. You are EMT
yes.
as well.
Yes, I'm EMT, firefighter EMT. That's the title that you have, firefighter EMT. So in that role, some other two deputy chiefs are deputy chief paramedics.
Okay.
So, I stayed at the EMT level. I'm also an arson investigator.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
all deputy chiefs are arson investigators. So, after the fire, a lot of time now we just let our lieutenants or some of the admin staff investigate the fires. But if we have to, we step in and we can also do fire investigation.
Very good, very good. And let's talk about it, because a lot of times people see the fire department and they see the guys and the ladies that are there and they just kind of around. Talk about a typical day within the fire department, if you don't mind.
Yeah, just a typical day. You come in. Our shift is 24 hours. So when we leave our house that day, just say my shift is on a Tuesday. When I come in LaGrange Fire Department at 7 o'clock, I leave Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock. So I'm there for 24 hours.
Right, okay.
So, basically it's your second home.
Right, family.
So, yes. So, you learn and you grow with the people that you're working with. So typical day is, I would come in, look at my roster and make sure, everybody's where they need to be. Just kind of get things lined up for the day. Most time, our guys kind of know what their job is. So if they got training for that day, they'll go to the training center and do training. A lot of time, if I don't have evaluations or paperwork stuff to do, I would go out and watch some of the training.
Gotcha.
Most time I'm in the office trying to take care of different stuff, paperwork wise. And just out through that day, just listening to the guys run the calls, kind of see where they at, and I try to keep a good check on that, because you go to different calls, so you want to know where your guys and where your people at.
That's
want
right.
to make sure they're okay. And like I say, most times, you got lunch, you do lunch, and after lunch, you just continue on, just day to day doing different things. And then, on to the night. And then, hopefully, nothing will come out to where we had to go out at night, but if it did, it didn't matter what time it was, we would go out and do, serve the citizens and do what we need to do to make sure everything is okay.
Okay, very typical day. That I mean, it sounds exciting, but until you get that call or whatever.
Yes.
Now, that's fire chief. That was your typical day. You've been to the deputy chief. As fire chief, what are some of your goals for the fire department?
Well, one of the main goals is, I just want everybody to come in and work together. Okay. Like I say, the fire department always, and each department, I'm sure if you talk to anybody from the police department, the fire department, they'll say, hey, we're a big family. So I just want us, as the fire department, to come in and grow. Serve the citizen of LaGrange. That's our first thing. That's our job. It's serve the citizen of LaGrange. Make sure we are there to provide whatever service that we need to provide for.
Okay.
Fire, medical, I want us to be the best that we can be. We always strive to be the best here at LaGrange Fire Department, so I want that to continue to be the best.
Okay.
One of our main goals is right now we're back up for accreditation process. Okay. We have a accreditation team coming in next week to look over all our documents, and hopefully when everything's done, we'll be able to go in front of the commission in August. Very good. And then, hopefully we'll be able to obtain our fire accreditation for another 5 years.
Very good. Okay.
Soon, ISO will be coming in and looking over all our paperwork, that ISO rating. So that's always good because that knocks down the insurance.
That's right.
So, that's a good thing. So all the things that, we have in place, I want to make sure we keep them in place. But we want to make them, you always want to improve. That's right. Each time. That's right. In every area. Another goal is I want each of our employees to strive to advance and keep continuing to education. The previous chief and all the way through my career, we always had leaders that always stress education. Hey, continue to go to school, continue to learn. So we got a lot of young guys that are employed with us now. So, we want them to take part in that learning,
right? Okay.
Whether they are going to the Georgia Fire Academy or whether they're enrolling in college. We want to extend their education and make sure they continue to make themselves better. Okay. Because there's future leaders here at the department.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got a lot of young guys now, and we have some of the older guys. They'll be leaving in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So we got to have people step up.
That's right.
And fill those roles. Absolutely. So we got to start now training and learning and educating them on the different things that going to be happening at the fire department.
That's right. And talking about such a young group, and I saw some of the young persons at your swearing in and everything, like, man, those are young folks.
Yes.
Now, and I know that a lot of times fire and police always have applications opening, stuff like that. Do you have any openings that you're attempting to fill at this point?
Yeah, currently we have 2 openings at this time. We're going to be getting together. I'll meet with the command staff. We'll be getting together and kind of looking at our openings and kind of when we need to go ahead and do a hiring assessment.
Gotcha.
So, we'll conduct our hiring assessment. We'll just have our training officer here come in and conduct the hiring assessment. And that's a long process. You got the physical part, you got the written exam part, then you got to interview. You got to interview. A lot of people, especially young people, most of their experience is coming out of high school.
Right.
They haven't experienced the working world yet.
That's right.
So when you interview them, you had to take that into concept. Some of the answers that they may have is because they don't have the working experience.
That's right. Absolutely.
So, we're looking for good, qualified candidates.
Okay.
We love to, we love high school people. We love someone that, if you get someone that's not certified, you can teach them.
That's right.
You can come up and teach them the way the fire service should be.
Okay.
And we also love people that are already certified.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They came in the door, they may be already EMT certified, paramedic certified, firefighter certified. They have different things that they have to do for us. Through the year that you may have to do CRD, certified relief driver, because you just don't come in the fire department and get behind a $500,000 truck and drive it. So we have to, you got phases that you have to go through, different process. So it's a different process. So we look for all qualified and non-qualified people.
Okay. Yeah, talking about that, I've been trying to drive one of those fire trucks for the longest. I ain't got a chance to do it yet, Willie. Maybe we can make that happen.
We make that happen.
But real quickly, before we finish up, time is about gone there. You start out volunteering.
Yes.
Are there opportunities for individuals to volunteer here with the fire department?
Well, the City of LaGrange doesn't have a volunteer program.
Okay, all right.
I know, when I came through Hurt County, back in the day, it's what they started out volunteering. And then you had the opportunity, if you volunteered, to get hired on with the city.
That's right. Okay.
Or with the county, from Hurt County. I know that Troop County has a volunteer program, but the City of LaGrange never had a volunteer program, which is a lot of stipulations to have a volunteer program because, most times you may get someone that's not certified, but they may be able to, at the time, bring the truck to the scene. The city never had a volunteer program, so we never opened one up.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, Willie, I do appreciate you taking the time this morning. I know that you're a very busy man. Less than 30 days on the job, right?
Less than 30 days on the job,
well,
yes.
We know that we have the best that's over the fire department. And again, I just want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And I know that your staff and the folks there, and it was shown at your swearing in, they were there to support you. And anything that I can do to support you, definitely let you know.
Thank you. I thank you for the opportunity. Like I said, I thank the city council. I thank the assistant city manager. The city manager.
Right.
I just thank them for this opportunity. That they trust in me to lead the fire department. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you as well, Willie. Thank you for being my guest today as well.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. always, I am always having a great guest on from next door, Visit LaGrange, Lynne Holle, that gives us a wonderful rundown of all the events taking place in our city. Lynne, last week was awesome. We had so much going on.
We did.
People had choices to take, and I know that you have another awesome lineup, right?
We do.
All right.
So today we're going to be talking about all the events that will be happening during the week of May 8th through the 14th.
Okay.
So let's get started. Wednesday, May 10th, from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m., the 2023 Wellness Wednesdays at Hills and Dales. Join us this spring at Hills and Dales Estate and feed your mind, body, and spirit with our annual Wellness Wednesday program. Classes include yoga with Lisa Alford, dance, fitness, and Pilates with Nancy Bradford, and guided garden walks, exploring history and horticulture in the garden with a member of Hills and Dales Estate staff. Each class will begin at the Visitor Center and last 1 hour. It's $10 per person per class. All classes are complimentary for Hills and Dales Estate members. Call 706-882-3242 or email info@hillsanddales.org to register. Starting May 11th and running through May 13th, the Lafayette Society for Performing Arts presents a Lafayette Theater Academy production of Winnie the Pooh. Showtimes are 7 p.m. each night and an additional show on Saturday at 2 p.m. Are you ready to visit 100 Acre Wood? We can't wait. To purchase tickets to this heartwarming, family-friendly production, visit www.lsparts.org or call 706-882-9909. Saturday, May 13th from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., join us at Troup County High School for We Love the Arts Festival. Come out and enjoy an event for the entire family. There will be a car and truck show, arts and crafts fair, yard sale sites, kids activities, pet show, food truck, and much more. Admission for this is $1. Another May 13th event is the 2023 Youth Summit in downtown LaGrange on the square beginning at 10 a.m. and running until 4 p.m. Several community groups are joining forces, including City Councilman Leon Childs, LaGrange Mayor Willie T. Edmondson, Troup County Commissioner Jimmy McCamey, Jaja Hurd, Mignon Rhodes, Monica Hill, and other community groups to host the Youth Summit 2023 in downtown LaGrange. This event will be a fun day of live entertainment, food, and games for the community, youth, and families. It will be held on Lafayette Square from 10 to 4. Also on Saturday, May 13th, beginning at 11, the 16th Annual Picnic in the Garden. Please join us in the Pecan Grove for our annual picnic in the garden. This enjoyable, family-friendly tradition is a great way to celebrate Mother's Day with loved ones. Activities include a picnic spread contest, pony rides, balloon twisting, and yard games for all ages. Additionally, picnickers will enjoy live music from folk songwriting storyteller Nicholas Edward Williams. If you would like to participate in the picnic spread contest, pick up an entry number upon arrival for the picnic from 11 to 12. Winners will be announced at 12:30. Admission to the garden is free to anyone who brings a picnic basket and blanket. Clay Bryant book event at Callaway Auditorium beginning at 1 p.m. on Saturday, May 13th. Join us for the official launch of Clay Bryant Sr.'s latest blockbuster true crime thriller, The Cold Case Murder of Fred Wilkerson, untangling the Black Widow's web in West Georgia. This event will be held at the Callaway Auditorium, which is located on LaGrange College's campus. The address is 801 Dallas Street, LaGrange, Georgia. The author presentation begins at 1 and will include a talk by Mr. Bryant, a brief Q&A session, and the book signing. Tickets to this event cost $10 each. Alton, those are the events that will be happening in LaGrange during the week of May 8th through the 14th. So we hope everybody will get out, enjoy all this fun, stay safe, and have a great week.
You know what? Another great week of lineups, and I know that the weather's going to cooperate with us. We have another great week of events. So, Lynn, thank you for always sharing that information with us.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been from the LaGrange Fire Department. I had on the newly promoted Fire Chief Willie Bradfield, as he talked about his career starting with Horry County as a volunteer and then transitioning over to the LaGrange Fire Department. And in July, he will be celebrating his 24th year with the LaGrange Fire Department. He's been on the job as the fire chief almost 30 days now and has hit the ground running with a lot of goals that I'm sure he will bring to fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed my interview. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.